it's Christy. Welcome to card 4 in my 2016 Valentine series. Today I'm going to be using two different sets from Lawn Fawn, Critters on the Savannah, and the Clouds from Blue Skies, and I'm going to be doing some watercoloring with Distress Inks. The first two colors I'll be using are Peeled Paint and Broken China, and I'm going to be painting a background on some Tim Holtz watercolor cardstock. So I'm just going to press some color down onto an acrylic block, and then I'm going to pick it up with my black velvet silver paintbrush and just go ahead and wet the paper so that it's ready to take on the pigment, and then I'm just going to really loosely paint in a landscape. So I'll begin with Broken China for the sky, and I'm going to just leave it really uneven so it kind of looks cloudy. And then I'm going to go in with some of that peeled paint and just press that down and then dab on some extra color to try to get some organic shapes that might take on the look of grass. And just blotting on color here and there, just really loose like I said. So I'll set that aside to dry and move on to my zebra. And for him I'm going to use pumice stone and black soot. And I'm just going to start with that pumice stone and go ahead and lay down the first layer of my color. So I'll just paint that into his stripes, and I really love these paintbrushes for detail work like this because they really come to a very fine point, so you're able to get in these small little areas. This is a number 2 round, but I also have a number 4 and a number 6, and I find that across the board these are really great paintbrushes for detail work. So I'm just taking some of that black soot now and dabbing a little bit just on the very edge, and then blending that out with a little water and some pumice stone just to give him a little shadow along the back to give him a more rounded and realistic appearance. And once I'm happy with his stripes, I'll just move on to his mane using the same two colors. That's one thing about zebras or any animal like that, pandas and such, they're really simple to color since they're just really black and white. For his little hooves, I'm just starting with the black soot and then blending that out with a little bit of pumice stone. And then I'll just take a little bit more of that pumice stone and a whole lot of water, and I'm going to use that to shade in the white parts of his body just to give him a little definition around the edge. And then just because I felt like he needed a little bit of color, I'm going to grab some worn lipstick, and I'm just going to use a little bit of that to give him some rosy cheeks and a little bit of pink in his ear that's facing forward. Moving on to my clouds, I'm going to grab a little bit more Broken China, and I'm going to use a light wash of that just on the bottom of the clouds to give them a little bit of definition. And because this is a Valentine's Day card, I wanted to bring in a little more pink. So I stamped out some flowers from the Stinkin' Cute set from Lawn Fawn, which was a free gift if you placed an order on Black Friday. And I'm going to use a little worn lipstick and also some wild honey to just color in those flowers to use on my background. And here's a little peek at that set just in case you haven't seen it before. It features this really adorable little skunk. So switching back to my background, I'm going to grab my VersaFine Onyx Black ink to stamp out my sentiment, which was I'm Wild About You. And then I'll grab my big roll of foam tape and I'm going to put some of that on the back, and I'll adhere that down to a piece of MFT bubblegum cardstock folded to a standard size card. And then I'll begin adhering my images flat to the card base with some Tombow Mono multi-glue. And just a reminder, all the cards in this series are going to the Cards from the Heart card drive, which benefits the children at St. Jude's, and that's run by my friend Winter Sims at winterwonderlandcrafter.blogspot.com. You can check out the link below the video in the video description to get a direct link to the card drive to find out more information about it there, or you can also refer to the first video in this series where I go over quite a bit of the details for the drive in that video. But that completes the card for today. I'll go ahead and show you two other versions that I made using some different animals from that Critters in the Savannah set from Lawn Fawn. I used a rhino and a lion. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't seen my last video, you can go ahead and click on the screen with the video clip playing. That'll take you right directly to it. And I do hope you'll check out the card drive in the link below the video. Thanks so much for watching, guys.